Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti. I am MrPhotographer.com. Well, we're nearing the end of this iteration of Process My Photo. In today's video, I only have 7 images to look at. Now, if you don't see your image in this video, and it wasn't in any of the previous videos, that would be video 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, or 1E, that means I either didn't receive your image or I lost your image. You still have today to get it to me. Get your image to me today, because tomorrow I'm going to wrap this entire thing up, but I'm going to introduce a new image. Now, it's kind of debatable whether any of us really learned any post-processing by this exercise, but what I hope happened is that this inspires you to maybe process your image in a slightly different way, a way that you didn't think about in the past. And with that said, I'm going to add a little wrinkle to this exercise, starting with our second image, which I'll introduce tomorrow, something that I hope will help us improve as photographers and as post-processors. Now, without further ado, let's get started. This first image I received is from Stan Bruce. Stan said he did his typical processing procedure in Lightroom. He reduces the highlights and opens up the shadows. He increases the whites to taste, and the shadows decreased just so the clipping starts. Then he added a little bit of clarity, no more than 10, and then medium contrast on the tone curve. Then some sharpening around 60. And no more than 20 on noise reduction. He put a slight gradient from the bottom to the grass bordering the coastline. Cropped a little off the right edge of the image to remove branches from a small tree. Spot removal of something just a little bit above the horizon, about a third of the way up from the right. And that's it. He did that, and very well done. Very nicely done, Stan. This next image is from Maven Bana. He did the initial processing in Aurora HDR 2019 to get detail in the clouds and foreground. Added image radiance filter to darken the sky and HDR details boost to the grass. Then exported the image to Photoshop to further darken portions of the clouds using zone masks. Also used zone masking to dodge and burn the grass in the foreground. And very cool rendition. This is from Roger Ernst. Roger says he used Luminar Flex, and again, I'll plug, I just did a video on Luminar Flex. It posted a couple days ago, and I'll be doing some more videos on Luminar Flex. You could check that out when you have time. Let's see, Roger cropped and straightened the horizon, increased the whites to 65, added the Accent AI filter, and he set that at 75. He highlighted the sun with the glow warmth filter using a radial mask, increased saturation in the sun area with an HSL filter, yellow and orange mainly, dodge and burn to create some structure in the grass in the foreground, and dodge and burn to increase brightness of the snow and the ice areas, and he added a vignette. Very nicely done, Roger. This next image is from Robert O'Brien, processed in Lightroom and in Photoshop as a smart object. Use Nik software using Color Efex Pro's polarization, detail extractor, and pro contrast filters. Very cool. Very nicely done, Robert. This next image is from Aaron Bobak. Let's see. He used Lightroom. He decreased exposure by 3/4 of a stop, increased contrast by +13, decreased highlights by -31, increased shadows by +45, increased blacks to +57, decreased clarity -11, and increased dehaze. He applied what he's calling his signature tone curve that he applies to all his images. Let's see, played around with color calibration. Most importantly, brought the blue hue slider all the way to the left. Relit the image using radial filters, used negative exposure gradients on the top and the bottom, and he cropped it to 16:9. Very cool, Aaron. Very nicely done. This next image is from Barbara. Barbara didn't write anything about what she did, but I know she used Lightroom because she asked me a Lightroom question concerning this image. So she used Lightroom, and this is her rendition of the scene. This next image, and the last image for today, is from Michael Leonard. Michael said he did basic edits in Lightroom. But his main edit was to flip the image horizontally so it flows better from left to right. He did further edits in Luminar 2018. Mainly he used the AI filter and top and bottom brightness darkness sliders. And then finally he did a slight crop. So that's Michael's rendition of the scene. Very nicely done. So we've seen a lot of different renditions, and it's very impressive. And I know it opened my eyes up to some things that I could be trying in my post-processing, and hopefully it does the same for you. Now, again, if you didn't see your image in videos 1A, video 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, or this video, that means I didn't receive it or I lost it. So please send it to me again. You have till midnight tonight. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do, that's morning Eastern Daylight Time. That's the time in New York City, okay? And those of you all around the world. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to do what I'm going to call Process My Photo 2. In that video, I'm just going to go over any of Process My Photo 1 images I might have received today. And then I'm going to introduce a new image. And I mentioned I'm going to add some wrinkles to it that will hopefully improve us all as photographers and post-processors. Thank you, everyone that watches my videos. I truly do appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.